What's up, everybody? I thought I'd share you guys a tip. I'm out with Heather. We just got some free iced latte or hot latte at Dunkin' Donuts for free. How did I do it? If you guys are participating T-Mobile clients or you have a service with T-Mobile, download their app, T-Mobile Tuesdays, and you can get some free goodies every single Tuesday. We can get a coffee now for free every single Tuesday. Just thought I'd throw it out there. What is going on, YouTube? Hitting back, making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we will be reviewing Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as EOS to BTC. That is the altcoin for review for this week. Otherwise, if you guys want a coin for review next week, definitely make sure to leave it in the comments down below so I know which one to choose. Otherwise, we will be looking at the coin market cap as well as an article discussing that the game is on for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and Litecoin. If you guys want to know a little bit more as to what that is, as well as discussing why I said in my previous videos that Litecoin and the altcoins are going to be pulling back down, definitely make sure to watch till the end of the video. Otherwise, let's jump in. So guys, currently I'm on the coin market cap, and excuse all these freaking ads on the page. I will be running ad blocker potentially. It does kind of affect my YouTube, but I may change things up a little bit, but otherwise ignore the ads. As you guys can see, market cap is 179, 24-hour volume is 51.9, Bitcoin dominance is 51.1. So we're definitely in consolidation. Seems like the markets are a little bit lower, mainly because dominance is lower. 24-hour volume is lower, and the market cap is around the same as it was yesterday, but that is pretty much indicating that markets are in red. And yeah, that's pretty much what it shows. Out of the top 10 cryptos, only 2 out of the 10 are in green, so that is an unfortunate thing. What we do want to take note of is the fact that the 2 that are in green is 6 and 7, which is EOS and Binance. So we will be discussing EOS in today's video. Binance coin may be up for review next week because it is doing a very interesting move, and it is a very popular coin that has gained a lot of traction, making it to the number 7 exchange, which I can explain as to why it's so popular later on in future episodes. But otherwise, as we can see, Litecoin is trading at number 4, 86.77, finally back to the number 4 spot, beat out Bitcoin Cash, like I said would happen, only by around, I think this is $36 billion $36 million it is above, which I know sounds like a ton of money, and it is a ton of money, but in terms of the coin market cap and cryptocurrency, it's really not that much in terms of market cap, considering that the market right now has about $179 billion in it. A $30 million move is really not that significant at all, but markets are in red. We are seeing a lot of consolidation, a lot of sideways downwards trading, so it is something to take note of, guys. Otherwise, we're going to jump into the article for today. Obviously, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications. We're about to break 8,300 subscribers, which is awesome. We're going to be doing a giveaway at 10,000 subscribers, which will be huge. A big crypto giveaway. You guys will all be automatically entered, so it'll be pretty awesome. Otherwise, guys, the article for discussion today is the game is on for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and Litecoin. What do I mean? So investors, traders, and speculators are jumping into the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency markets again, sending prices soaring across the board. Over the last 7 days, Bitcoin has gained 25.7%, Ethereum has gained 18.7%, Ripple 16.2%, and Litecoin 53%. The rally was extended across the cryptocurrency markets, with 94 out of the top 100 gaining in the price table, which is huge. To see a 50% gain in 7 days is phenomenal and incredible both at the same time. So that is absolutely, awesome to discuss. We have a bunch of tables to discuss, but it does talk about why we could potentially be seeing the rally. It says several factors. One of them is the renewed interest in big money. The recent surge in Bitcoin has been sparked by a large buy order, rumored to be around $100 million, that sent Bitcoin straight through technical resistance, which was $4,243. That had been in place since the start of December of 2018, says Nicholas Cowley from the Daily FX team. The lack of volatility in Bitcoin of the last few weeks has kept prices in check, and low volume markets are always more susceptible to sharp moves than more liquid markets. Kirill Bensonov, a technology advisor, agrees the surge was obviously fueled by a large order in the tens of millions of dollars, says Bensonov. This is another sign that institutional players are coming into the market. Then the sort of prospect of lower interest rates, which turns risk on again for all sorts of speculative investments. So, there's really big questions. Will Bitcoin ever go to $20,000? Will Litecoin ever go to $500? $400, it's all-time highs. It's definitely a question we have to look at. Obviously, ETF approvals are something big that we have to pay attention to, as well as other, notices in the market. I did say in a couple of videos ago that we were going to see the market pull back down because of the loss of volume, which is clearly playing out, right? Because Litecoin actually dipped down around $83, which I'll discuss in a second. So obviously, let's take our focus right now to the charts. I'm currently on Litecoin. Now, obviously, if you guys want access to any of these charts, check out the first link in my description to my Patreon. I have a bunch of new people that are joining already to start off the, the year right, especially in this bull market. So definitely make sure to check out that Patreon. That is the only way you guys are able to access exclusive content from my channel there. All pre-graphed, you get access to all my charts. It is as cheap as $5. It's that simple. It does help support the channel. So I highly recommend you guys check that out. Otherwise, for those of you who have me on Patreon, you guys will already have been updated with, my live Litecoin chart, and you would see that I did draw in some other lines. And currently we are tracking the current Bitcoin price. Now I was saying, and Litecoin price. I was saying a couple of days ago that we were going to see a pullback, which is what is happening right now. I did say all the way about 3 to 4 days ago, a pullback was necessary for Litecoin to continue to move higher, and that is exactly what is happening. And I did get some backlash in the comments that were pretty much, I'm a-okay with the comments like that. It does give me a different perspective to look at, and whether or not my opinion is potentially different or could be looked at differently. And I did, and a lot of you guys are saying that a pullback was not happening and the video was clickbait and not informative. But I beg to differ, because this looks like a pullback to me. I don't know who in the right mind doesn't see this as a pullback. We started off at $100, $97 and change, and we went down all the way to $83 today. So starting at 97 and pulling back all the way to 83 is a pretty big drop in my book. So to me, that is a loss of profit. If you bought at $97, $98, and it fell all the way to 83, you're down money. So that to me is a pullback. That's what I was saying. I didn't say we were going to spike and crash downwards to a major low. I didn't say we were going to go from $100 all the way to 50, but I said a pullback was coming, and that is what is happening. Now, why I said that was because we needed to lower our RSI and we pretty much needed to lower our relative strength index. We were extremely overbought trading at 84, and we pulled back. We are pulling back currently. I do think when we were at 83, we actually managed to enter or re-enter the neutral market, or a more, stable market, and that is clearly what did happen, which is why we pulled back up. We retested that and we got more volume, and we did push back up. But you can see we're pretty low right now in terms of volume. We're actually pretty higher. We're higher up than we were in the past. This is no volume. This is high volume, but it's in more so towards or volume leaving the markets. You can see right here, this volume was a major breakout. We shot up crazy high. I'll try to make that a little better. Yeah, you can see right here, these two candles showed us major volume moving up. Now we're seeing volume move down. So not at a crazy level, but we are seeing that coin move down. So it is very soon will I be buying back in, and I will let you guys know when I do plan on buying back in. I did tell you guys I bought a little bit lower, down at around $85, $86 is when I currently bought. But we are starting to head lower, so I will start to dollar cost average as we head down. Obviously, the bigger orders will be between $73 and $66, $67, in between these two channels as we continue. Obviously, this is also a really good buying opportunity at around $80. That was a pretty big, resistance. So that will be an area to buy into as well. Now, we are still climbing back down, and I do think there is a slight bit more potential for the next couple of days to head down before we start to reverse and see an uptrend, mainly because if we look at Bitcoin right now, Bitcoin is starting to pull back down too. Bitcoin is the leading indicator that we look at, but you can see that this is extremely overbought as well, even more overbought than Litecoin, which is an indication that the market is still headed down. So until Bitcoin can head back down into a more neutral market on its RSI for its daily, I'm staying away from putting in big money into crypto. Now, if we look at the weekly, you can pretty much see what I'm referring to. I am staying very far away from this, mainly because of how risky it is. You know, I am a very conservative investor. I take profits. I like profits. I don't care if it's not a massive amount. That's more risk, and I stay away from a ton of risk. That's how I personally like to, you know, trade. It's totally up to you guys. You know, if you guys want to take out a $10,000 bank loan, a $50,000 bank loan, and throw it into crypto and hope to God you don't lose it, that's up to you, but that's not how I roll. So obviously, being so caught up and so tied up with this high-low MMA and being where we are, it's pretty nerve-wracking to me to want to throw in some money right now. I know when we were down here, we looked absolutely phenomenal, and I know we're trading at 57 on the high-low on the RSI for the weekly, which is honestly an okay level. But I think because of how rapidly we started to retest this, I kind of want to steer clear of it. I do think we need to pull back down. I do think the the daily charts for Bitcoin need to kind of clear up and get a little more decongested before I throw it in. But, you know, with the weekly looking the way it is, we still have plenty more uptrend for the future. So otherwise, I think the market's good. Obviously, you know, I've said, you know, a year ago in the video that by the time we hit an oversold market for Bitcoin is a good time to buy in. We hit oversold down here at, you know, $33,000. We're already at 5,200. That's a $2,000, you know, leap on any coin you invest. That's a pretty big, you know, investment, but or a pretty big profit. Otherwise, guys, moving on to Ethereum. And hopefully you guys understand. I feel like a lot of you don't understand my strategy, but I'm trying to explain that throughout this video. For Ethereum, then we'll wrap it up with EOS. Ethereum is extremely overbought right now, less than, you know, Litecoin and Bitcoin, but it is still overbought. That's why we're pulling back down. You can see right here, as we see Bitcoin and Litecoin are more overextended. Ethereum is below that, so we do need to see, it's very tightly knit with the market, so we're probably going to see Ethereum move back down a little bit lower. I wouldn't be surprised if we retest 160 again. Obviously, if we don't, that's even better, but I do think a pullback down to 160 is definitely in the future for Ethereum, and that is my opinion on things. Lastly, to check out EOS. EOS looks great. Besides it nearing overbought on its weekly, it looks pretty darn good. Now, that's actually pretty wild how close it is. Sorry to being overbought on its weekly, but it does look pretty darn nice. Now, obviously, you can see when we were nearing oversold, that was a good time to buy in. We're starting to trade back up, but for the most part, it's a tough market. We've been overbought in the past. It looks like we're very close to being overbought. I personally would stay away from, you know, EOS at the moment. That's my opinion on things. I don't think this is a coin to buy in. There are plenty of coins that are, you know, nearing oversold, which are better opportunities in my opinion than buying it when it's nearing overbought on the weekly. The weekly is the strongest indicator, and seeing it so close to being overbought, yeah, there's still profit that can be made, but not as much, and it's kind of riskier. So I'm going to stay away from EOS, guys, but the coin looks very nice on its weekly charts versus its daily. You can see very clearly where its resistance levels are. Can obviously clear these up and make them a little bit, I can make them stand out a little bit more. So obviously here is a big resistance. This one is a big resistance. I'll draw the bigger ones in yellow. You can see these are pretty much all of them, and there's one, you know, channel that we could draw, which is pretty much in between here. But you can see the ones in yellow are some pretty big, you know, turns that the market had, which is a big indicator that those are very strong support and resistances. But otherwise, guys, that's going to sum up today's episode. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. Giveaway at 10K subscribers. We're right around the corner, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.